So, Coach, similar feel to Thursday night, some similar situations. Where did you see the most progress for your team in this win today?
Operating against their changing defenses. I thought we operated better. We had some stagnant possessions, but I like the way we operated against their changing defenses.
Do you have a follow-up, Paul?
Sure. So the foul shooting in the second half, where did that come from? Because we have not seen your team shoot free throws for an entire half the way they did to put this one away.
It was big for them. It's such a short season. What are we at right now? 13 games. So it's hard to have too many patterns. It's starting to see that. But, Anthony Holland and Isaiah Hill and Junior Ballard and Deion Stroud, they can shoot the ball. So if you look at those four guys who made them, it's not surprising. It's not. I know we haven't done it. I understand that the stats are the stats, and we've struggled from the free throw line. But I don't think it was surprising to see Anthony, Isaiah, Junior, and Deion make free throws.
Go to Robert Kawada.
Your pressure up the floor, what kind of impact do you think that had on New Mexico and what they were trying to do?
I think it had quite a bit of impact, wearing them down, keeping them out of rhythm. We did get a few steals and get some easy baskets on it. You have to be deep to do that. Our guys off the bench have to play well. Our starters have to play well. So it gives us, opportunity to put that many guys in to continue to pressure.
Again, if you have a question for Coach Hutt, please type question in the chat. Paul?
So, Coach, 2 games in a row, you have 14 assists. That's the season high, both games. And then today, the 9 steals, where a lot of that was anticipating the pass that was going to be made. How much more of a feel do you see your team developing now that they've had the time they just didn't have to work with before?
I was excited. What I told them is how proud I was of how they operated versus changing defenses. And that was not just a physical test. That was mentality. We had to operate together. As you know, you've played basketball when you're playing against a zone. You can run a set here nor there, but we operated, we moved the ball, we found the open man, we made open shots. So I was excited about our growth just from the start of Thursday to the end of Saturday of playing against changing defenses.
Go to Robert.
Back to the pressure. I mean, you look at an offense that's struggling a little bit to get things done. You just apply a little more pressure and try and get them to crack a little bit.
Yeah, it gives us a little energy. They showed at times that it bothered them a little bit, and they showed at times that they could break through and attack us. It's very new for us. We always pick up, and usually we back up. But we have had a little time to talk about when we may run and jump or trap certain guys or do different things. So we had some success with it tonight, and I think it really helped us.
Again, if you have a question for Coach Hutt, please type question in the chat. Seeing no other questions, we'll pause there. Junior Ballard will be joining us here shortly.
Thank you, guys. Have a good weekend.
Welcome back to the Save Mart Center. I've got Junior Ballard here for you. Please type question in the chat if you have a question for Junior. We'll go to Robert Kawada.
I'm just kind of curious about the shooting the ball. And I mean, it wasn't that long ago that you were struggling quite a bit. What turned that around?
Just staying consistent with the reps that I put in. And that's really it, that aspect. Just putting in the reps, never getting down, keeping that confidence. And that's really it, just sticking with it.
Yeah. Were there more there? I mean, did you I don't know, get more time in the gym, get more shots up, or just kind of, like I said, stay with what you were doing?
Definitely got some extra work in, a little more extra than what I usually do. But yeah, definitely some extra work.
We'll go to Bree for 2 questions.
My bad, I didn't mean to type that twice. Junior, when they were kind of closing in on your lead there late in the second half, what was kind of just said there to make sure that you guys didn't, go into overtime again and kind of keep them ahead of you?
I think Coach was talking about it's winning time. We kind of learned from, last game in late game situations to kind of be smart with the ball and stuff of that sort. So it was winning time, and that was the message.
I guess just to follow up on that too, obviously the offensive rebounds, a little bit of an issue tonight. How do you guys just kind of work on that?
We just got to watch film, see what we got to get better at. I think that's the biggest thing, watching film, see if we can get better in that aspect.
We'll go to Paul.
Hey, Junior, going into the year, you didn't even know you were going to get to play this year. Then you finally get to play, and we know what you've been through so far to get here. How much better a feel do you have for your teammates, and you think they have for your game than before that first time you played?
I think we got better going along. It's always hard when you don't get to practice as much, different year, things of that sort. But we stick together. I think that's the biggest thing. As a team, you want to stick together, have your brothers back. And I think that's kind of been our MO is, stay together no matter what, because we got each other's backs.
We'll go to Robert.
How much of an impact do you think your pressure up the floor had on them and getting them out of what they were wanting to do?
My bad. Say it again.
The pressure up the floor. I'm just wondering how much of an impact you think that had on them and what they were trying to do.
Definitely had an impact. We know they like to run the clock a little bit for their offense. On top of that, we kind of wanted to just tire them out. And we kind of saw that towards the end a little bit, and we just stuck with it.
Go to Bree.
Earlier in the season, you said it was your dream to always play at Fresno State. I know we keep talking to you about your shot, how it's falling now, but I mean, just how cool is that in the past 2 games to be the leading scorer for the team?
That's not really my biggest concern. My biggest concern is winning. That's really my biggest concern. Like, obviously I want to hit shots. Obviously, it's good to score, but just want to win. And it is my dream to play here, but it's also my dream to win. So, yeah.
Any other questions for Junior? Please leave question in the chat. Jesus?
Hey, Junior, I know last year you were at Cal Poly, transferred over here. How's it been like playing in the Mountain West so far for you?
Well, it's been fun. It's been fun. I love it.
Has it made you better in any way? Do you think the competition's more better here? What do you think?
Yeah, it's better all around. A little more athleticism, a little more length, but it's still fun. Still fun. Love it.
All right.
Thanks.
Just final question for me. Just looking ahead, obviously this was your 5th home win at the Save Mart Center. I know you guys have a tough test next week against Utah State. Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, so I guess how has that, just the momentum, being able to close it out at home, knowing that you have a top team coming in here next week?
It's a big momentum shifter. It's going to be big for us to play together to beat Utah. It's going to be a big test for us, and I think we'll be ready for it.
Seeing no other questions, we'll excuse Junior there. Thanks, everybody. We'll chat to you soon.